in regards to getting, and when you're advising an owner on the preparation of their business, getting it ready for sale, how long do you typically think it takes to get a business prepared for a good, solid, executionable sale?
Yeah, great question. If somebody showed up on your doorstep today offering to buy your business, it would probably take 2 to 3 weeks to put everything together as far as doing an emergency review, I guess, of oh my God, somebody's here to buy our business and how can we get the most value for it? That's probably a 2 or 3 week process to respond properly. To really do it right, you're probably should be looking at it 2 years in advance, saying, okay, 2 years from now, I want to sell my business. Let's start the process of really, putting this to a company that somebody's prepared to pay a premium for. The technical things around the business, finance, some reporting systems, that kind of stuff. Those are the easy fixes. It's the culture, the competency and development of your leadership team, maybe some of the personnel changes you need to make. Those type of things are the ones that can take a bit longer, but those are the ones quite often will give you the most value.
Because that was the answer we were looking for. Because quite frankly, I mean, when I look at a business and having gone through the process of selling a business, because we were actually on the cusp of selling our business, had done the due diligence and all the rest of it, it actually takes a fair amount of time to get a business ready for sale. I mean, you could do a quick, I'm ready for sale, but at the end of the day, it's not going to create value. You have to take the time to build those characteristics and processes within the business that actually create the value. And that is a time laborious process. Plus, if you're dealing with tax accountants and all the other tax professionals, there may be a restructuring requirement allowed for a business owner or required for a business owner to optimize the amount of value they're going to be able to keep in their own pocket. So it does take time. And I think that's a real issue that business owners don't understand, that, it isn't an overnight thing. And would you agree with that?
No, you're exactly right. It's and that's why I say that you should not leave it to the last minute to decide you want to get maximum value for your business. You should prepare. There's a way to prepare, and it's not rocket science. It's just bring in somebody with experience that can help you do that. You don't need to reinvent the wheel because there's people out there that can help you do it very professionally.
It's probably not going to be one person. It's really getting a support team. Because what I've heard from you is if you want to do it right, get help, get advice, get people with expertise who have been there, done that, who can kind of lead you through this. And that's, I find, quite often not one person. It's your lawyer, it's your accountant, it's your tax specialist. It's, there's kind of a support network, I like to think of it as, that is there and available to you. Just getting business owners to feel that sense of urgency and to take that initiative.
Absolutely.
So how do you create that sense of urgency?
I guess the sense of urgency is quite obviously generated by the owner. But if we engage with somebody, right up front, one of the key questions that we ask them is have you thought about how much money you want or need to be able to be very comfortable for the rest of your life? And you should be able to take that number and work that back to what you want to sell your business for. And say, okay, well, let me see now. There's a bunch of, can I get there from selling my business as it is today? And yes, that's fine. If not, how do I close that gap? Can I close that gap? Am I selling it too early? Should I wait a few more years and then sell it? Because maybe I'll be able to get a little bit more, but need less. There's a whole bunch of financial decisions around that. And then, sometimes somebody says to us, I want to sell my business and I need to get 10 million for it. Okay, well, is that 10 million pre-tax or post-tax? Because there's a big difference. So that's when you start to enter the conversations around, tax advice and lawyers and financial planning and all of those type of things that need to be a very an important early part of the discussion of selling your business. And I think that's where the sense of urgency starts to come in, is when you surface these questions with a client who's looking to sell their business and they haven't thought through it, or all of a sudden they realize that, oh boys, this is a much bigger question than just somebody writing me a check for my business.